Hello, listeners. Welcome to Divine Invocations Tarot, and this is from the Gods and Goddesses Oracle deck. Let's read out the messages that we get for today, calling in all the divine spirits, divine forces, ancestral energies, all the positive forces around. Help us to read, understand, and interpret the messages for today. If you like my work, you can like, share, and subscribe. Okay, we got the first card. Let's keep going. That's too many, I'm sorry. Calling in all the divine spirits. Help us with one card at a time, please. Okay, we already have the second card, I'm sorry. Alright, that's the last one. Okay, very interesting spread. The first card that we have is Subhadra. Subhadra is the bestower of devotion. The second card that we have is Kamdev, the god of love. The next card is Hanuman, Lord Hanuman. Alright, let's read out the messages for today. First, let's invoke Subhadra, the bestower of devotion. Jai Devi Bhakti Datri, Prasiddha Parmeshwari, Jai Devi Subhadre Tvam, Sarvesham Bhadra Daini. Glories to you, O Subhadra, the bestower of bhakti. Be kind to me, O ruler of the universe. Please bestow auspiciousness on us all. This is from the Skanda Purana. Very interesting card because the first card is talking about devotion. It could be either something which is lacking or something which is present but not to that extent that can help you evolve spiritually, because she is symbolizing the need to stay devoted to God. So if she is the first card, it's clearly symbolic of the fact that irrespective of what situation you're going through, something good is bound to happen the moment you remember or invoke the Subhadra within you. So when you do that, you will feel the divine presence of this divine goddess, and she will be bestowing grace upon you. Once you receive blessings from her, she will be removing all the illusions from your mind. Worldly power and grace will be provided to you, and blessing of devotion to Lord Krishna, which is another blessing that you are bound to receive once you get the idea, or in fact once you receive the divine blessings from her. All right, now that's the clear message for the first card. Let's move on to the next. Once devotion is triggered within you, this is a very interesting card to talk about. That's Kamdev, the god of love. Let's first invoke his presence by this mantra. Namaste Hema Garbhaya, Namaste Makara Dvaja, Ratikanta Namastubhyam, Trahimam Sambarantaka. Let's read out the meaning. It says, salutations to the golden one, whose banner is the dolphin. O destroyer of Shambhara, husband of the goddess of sexual pleasure, be kind to me. So, as you can understand, when you create the right form of devotion, what happens is there are times when we are submissive to our desires. Now, for a backdrop to understand, Kamdev is basically a god of desire, the god of desire. So, anything which you desire, a lover, a big house, a mansion, a car, a very nice job, even a kid would desire for sweets and tasty chocolates. So understand that he is Lord Kamdev, and is symbolic to any desire which exists in the human mind. Now, the point is, when we realize that we have a desire, do we become slaves to that, or do we move towards making it a sort of an affirmation, and we later receive the divine blessings from him and achieve what we dreamt of? So this is a pathway which can be understood when we create a desire within ourselves. Blessings you receive from him is freedom from desire. Now, it's we will talk about it in some time. Success in love or romance, enhanced sexual performance, ability to amuse and make people laugh. So, when you actually invoke his presence, what happens is you become less submissive to desires. Why do I say that? Because when you actually pray to some higher force, there are two outcomes possible. Either your mind will divert and you will get back to the realm of normal consciousness, and you will have just the experience of that divine presence and yet not receive the divine blessings. But when you keep moving towards the idea of being spiritual or invoking a particular God within yourself through the power of your heart, you will realize that you have a chance to understand the beauty of your spirit. And when you do that, you would realize that the actual desire, the highest desire of the body and mind is to experience the spirit. Now, you can say that's an illusion. Anybody can say that. But that desire cannot be something which can, just happen in a day. It's something which is very divine, which is present in you since the time you were born. And that desire to experience is something that we keep chasing. There are times when we give in to that desire and we submit to worldly desires. Understand that has to be a proper balance between the desires of your spiritual world or realm and the desires of this world which you want to get. So once you strike a balance, you will receive that divine grace from Lord Kamdev, and you will understand how to channelize your energies towards your spiritual growth. So understand the fact that success in love is certain when you invoke the presence of him, and you will actually gain that confidence and control to sound amusing to people. You will be getting more attractive powers so that people actually are enchanted towards whatever you speak, laugh, or talk about. So he's not just the god of desire, he's also the god of attractiveness, you can say. So that's the message from this card. And the third one, very interesting contrast between the two, because when you actually have a desire, like for example, I desire for a female, so that is actually invoking his presence within my heart. But there is a thing that we need to remember. Now, this card, there are two possibilities you can easily understand. When you create the right form of devotion, you have the option to choose what would you like. Would it be something which is understanding your desires, giving it direction so that you are able to grow spiritually and materialistically and in this world as well? Or you actually become a celibate or a brahmacharya so that you are actually able to understand that your desire is just to trance your regular states of mind and move into something which is more divine. So there are two different things which you can say is an outcome with the power of devotion. You are able to understand your desires and give a direction, or move towards becoming a celibate so that you can increase your spiritual power and growth and help yourself, not just yourself, but humanity in general. Let's invoke the presence of Hanuman by this mantra. Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanarayutha Mukhyam Sri Rama Deetam Surasa Namami. So this means I bow down to Hanuman. I pay homage to him, the general of the army of the apes, and Sri Rama's messenger, who travels with the speed of the mind and with the force of the wind. Excuse me. For he is the son of the wind god. He has conquered the senses and is the wisest of the wise. So, the ultimate, in fact, the most uh, divine grace that you can ever receive when you are moving towards a spiritual life is the divine blessings from Lord Hanuman, because he is not just a shield for you. He's the protector of not just your spirit, he's protector of your body and mind, the most divine form of Lord. The blessings you receive is capacity to persevere, physical strength and fighting ability, superhuman power to accomplish acts of service, ability to increase one's attitude of love in performing selfless service. As you can see, this is not something which is a selfless service, because when you invoke desire, mostly it belongs to yourself as a person, or if you're really true to your heart, it is possible that you will be able to invoke a desire for somebody else, because you are so much in a good relationship with that person, you're so truthful to that person, and that's a very rare event, trust me. But mostly it is something which is related to you as a person. The second contrasting card is, once you understand that all that you're creating is desire, and desire is something which you have to transcend, you would realize the body and mind is contributing towards your spiritual growth, and you will receive that divine grace from Lord Hanuman. He is not just protecting, like I said, your body and mind, he is the protector of your spirit, because uh, it it's something very magical, I can say, because when you worship him, all the negative forces of all the previous lives are washed away or purged away by his divine grace. But there are certain very proper rules to follow in terms of celibate life or brahmacharya, and understand that people who are married are also devoted to him. It is just that we are living a life in which we are supporting not just our body and mind, we need to support our spirit, because we are actually in an ethereal form existing within the mind. We are mind which is trying to break through the matter, which is the brain, you can say. When we try to break through it, we cannot penetrate the mind without the spirit. So understand, this unending journey is all about evolution. Now, evolution has two pathways. Through proper devotion, you can invoke the goddess of desire, which will still help you evolve, because there are separate pathways once you evoke, like, for example, a primal desire. When I invoke a primal desire for a woman, it can help me spiritually evolve. That's a different form of Tantra altogether. Now, that's one path. The other path is through complete devotion, you encourage your body and mind to absorb all the positive energies around you, and you will get divine protection from Lord Hanuman. All right. So that's the message for today. Take care of yourself. God bless you.